wanted to do this video for a while now, talking about all my sources of income. I wanted to spill the tea on how I make my money. Obviously, I'm not making millions, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, but maybe you can with these tips. There's always, at least for me, I'm always looking for videos like this on how to make more money, especially now during this weird time that we're in. It's good to diversify your income no matter what, be creative, find new ways to make money. And I'm always trying to find a way to make money. Obviously, anybody who wants to accomplish anything, wants to own anything, they gotta make their own money. And I've been working since I was 14 years old, so I have been a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a natural born hustler, and I'm always gonna hustle for my money because I like being independent and I like, you know, providing for my own self. So let's get into my 11 sources of income. I didn't categorize these in any form, like what makes the most to the least or anything like that. I just wrote down everything that I could think of that I make money in, and hopefully it gives you an idea and you can try some of these to make money yourself, because I'm going to share the love. Let's make some money. Let's make bank. Some of these are going to be kind of like pre-pandemic jobs that I had, obviously going in person, but I still wanted to share them with you because, you know, one day we'll go back to normalcy. We'll go back to normal, and maybe you can use these. Let's go on with the first one. My first one would be substituting. That was my biggest job 8 months ago, 9 months ago. Back in March. That was, I guess, one of my biggest sources of income, but it was the most time-consuming one, so I was doing that every day, all day, every day. I was working 2 districts, so as long as you have a bachelor's degree, you take the CBEST, you can become a substitute teacher. Done. If you have a college degree, you should be doing something, you know, meanwhile. Anyways, that's all you need. Number 2 would be a spokesmodel. So I've been doing that for a very long time, even when I was in college. It's the easiest thing, except for if you're working with alcohol, you have to be at least 25 years old. 21, I think, but some companies are 25. So pretty much I would be a spokesmodel for brands. My biggest clients were alcohol companies, so I would work for another company, and she was kind of like my agent and would send me out to like Bevmos and Total Wines, and I would give people a taste of different beers, alcohol ciders, things like that. I would have to obviously be informed of the product, and I wouldn't necessarily have to sell it. It was just brand awareness, like giving people to try and having them purchase if they wanted it, if they liked it. Obviously, we're not doing that now because a lot of tastings and things like that have been shut down due to what's been going on. But that is a great way to make money because you make a lot of money in a little bit of time. I also worked with E3. Obviously, they canceled this year's, but every year I would work that, and it would be just a few days working with Nintendo and just sharing new games, new products, things like that. So that's another source of income of mine. Number 3 would be commercials. I have done quite a few commercials. I've obviously been in the acting realm since I was 12 years old. So I've always been auditioning and doing these kind of things. But most recently, I've been working with bigger brands like Shoe Dazzle. I've worked with 2 commercials on Shoe Dazzle. I'm currently working on a commercial now for CCLA, and they're supposed to be coming to shoot here with COVID regulations and things like that. But I'm still working on and doing that, and you can self-submit. So going to casting websites like Backstage, LA Casting, things like that. You don't need an agent. I have an agent, but a lot of these I got on my own, so you can get them on your own as well. 4th source of income for me would be audience/background work. I think you could categorize them each differently, but I just put them together because I feel like they're one and the same. So I've worked with different companies that book audience members for shows, like A+ is one of them, and they pretty much get audience members of different ages, different backgrounds, everything, to fill spaces. They're currently still doing them. I know they were hiring for Dr. Phil, so they've been doing a lot of Dr. Phil shows recently, like on, like they do it's like through Zoom. So they're still doing some audience work right now. So that's another form of income. Back then, I was literally going to work as subbing and then doing audience or background work right after, because a lot of the shows were like in the evening, like Lip Sync Battle, any show that you can think of that has an audience. Maybe not Ellen, because I have never seen Ellen, but every other show you can think of, like the Kelly Clarkson one, Lily Sings, so many shows. I've done so many audience member shows, and I think it's the easiest way to make a few bucks just watching a show that you like and just sitting there and clapping. That's it. And background work, I also got through like Ellie Casting, and I think Central Casting does background work as well. I don't do it as much because, to be honest, it's very time consuming and draining, but it's easy income if you want to make like $100 in 8 to 10 hours and you're just standing there and you're just a background person, whether it be in a music video, TV show, a film, anything like that. They're always casting for background actors, so that's another form of income that you could do once everything picks up, because I think they're still actually hiring now, but obviously I don't want to be in contact with so many people, so I'm not doing it, but it's out there. They're working. So you can work with companies to do background and audience work, like CCI, SRO, LE Castings. They all pay to do background audience work and things like that. All right, fifth source of income, which is, you know, anybody can do, is Poshmark and eBay. I love reselling my things that I no longer need, I no longer want. I sell it. I've made about $4,000 on Poshmark alone since I've gotten my Poshmark, and it's the best thing in the world. So when I say that, you know, anything you have in your home, someone's trash is someone else's treasure, or something like that, the saying goes, do it. I feel like if you have a jacket that you've only worn once or twice or is still in good condition, I mean, don't sell anything that's someone else is not going to like, because you won't sell it. And you definitely don't want to disappoint who's buying your stuff. So anyways, regardless of the fact, anything that you have that maybe you don't use, you don't like anymore, sell it, post it on Poshmark. It does take a little bit of time, obviously, to create the photos or kind of market your stuff, because if you're just going to make the store and not do anything like share your closet in little posh parties and things like that, you're not going to have as many sales. So I would say it is a little time consuming, but you're getting rid of stuff that you no longer use and you're making a couple bucks out of it. Yeah, so I think it's a really easy source of income. The sixth source of income for me would be social media, sponsored posts on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, things like that. I go on websites like Aspire IQ, Tiny Sponsor. There's also Social Native. So there's different websites that you can go to. I don't know if there's like a certain like requirement of followers that you need, but you can submit to jobs. So you see different companies that are looking for influencers to post about their products or receive free products, and they send them to you, and then you kind of just post about them. A lot of the times I don't do much free things anymore. I do sometimes if I really like the product, then I'll receive free product, but a lot of the times they will pay not a lot, to be honest, but something for an Instagram story or to do like live tweeting during an event. I've done product reviews on my Facebook and posted a video. So I worked with different variety of brands when it comes to that, so that's also another form of income. So if you have any following, I would say even if it's just 1,000, try it. Try, you know, monetizing your social media. Make it work for you. It's another source of income. Why not? Be your own boss, babe. I highly recommend it. My 7th source of income would be surveys, which is a big one right now that I'm just at home. Websites like Respondent, Elliott Benson, they have like product testing, and pretty much they want opinions on products that you use. So they're looking for people who are average, everyday people who use different things, whether it be different shampoos. I've worked with shampoo brands, I've worked with skincare brands, I've worked with social media brands, I've worked with different ones that I see. There's a lot to get through, but once you find a couple that fit what you use, like if you, maybe they might be doing one about smartphones, one about laptops, one about the Amazon Fire or Siri, or I don't know, random stuff. They're looking for people who use that and want to get their opinions because they're either creating a new product, creating an update on a product, so they just want to get opinions, and that actually pays really well for a short amount of time. So the least I've gotten paid is maybe $50 on like 30 minutes of my time, and I'm currently doing, like every week I have a couple that I'm doing, but recently I'm working on a fashion one where it's like a fashion brand that wants to get opinions on how people shop online, and it's a couple days. It's like 4 or 5 days, and I'm just doing the activities 20-30 minutes, and I'm getting like $250 for like literally talking about my shopping, like how I shop online. So it's things that are super easy. Anybody can join that. It's they don't charge you to join. Respondent is the only one that takes a small percentage. I think it's like 5% of whatever it is that you make, but they PayPal you in a few days after you finish the survey, or you do the Zoom call, because sometimes it's like Zoom. You talk to somebody like a researcher who's like doing like updates on something or working on a product or anything like that. So yeah, it's so easy and the best. My 8th source of income would be product tastings. Not like the tastings that I would do like a spokesmodel, but this is like you trying out, like you tasting things, and they pay you to taste things. So 2 of the companies that I work with to do this is Jackson Adapt Research and Focus and Testing. Focus and Testing, you have to actually go to the facility. Jackson is just kind of like the survey, but sometimes you have to go in person. I'm doing like a gaming one with Jackson today, actually, that I'm filming this. But Focus and Testing is more about, they'll call people in, you fill out the qualifications like online, they post up the jobs, and you just click on them, you input your information, they ask like, oh, do you shop at this place, do you shop at this place, how often, what do you purchase, things like that when it comes to food, and you go in and you product taste. I've done different companies like Fanta, like I had to just try the Fantas because I love drinking orange soda. So Fantas, I've done that. I've done for McDonald's, like when they were doing their fish fillet, they had like different fish fillets for people to try and give their opinions on them, because they were like wanting to know maybe more cheese or less cheese or more lettuce or whatever. Like you give your opinions on what you're tasting. My favorite, I will say, was Carl's Jr. They had us try like 4 different burgers and then like these little appetizers and stuff. And I was like in heaven because I like love food. So I was literally getting paid to try burgers. I was like, ugh, it's the best. It's a little far from where I live, but yeah, it doesn't matter because I was getting paid to eat. So the least amount I've gotten paid on that is like $30 for like 30 minutes of your time. 30, $35. It could range from like 30 to 50. Sometimes like the most I've gotten is 125 from them, but it's because it was like a 2-parter, 2-day or 3-day snack study where they give you like snacks or egg rolls or things like that from different food. I think a lot of restaurants hire them, and they need people to give opinions on new products that are coming out, so they're paying you to try and give your opinion. Easy money, and you're getting paid to eat. So the 9th source of income for me would be Ebates, or now, like I always say Ebates because that's what I was introduced to it as like a long time ago, and now it's called Rakuten. But Rakuten is a website that you pretty much you can add to your browser like as an extension, or it pops up every time you're shopping online and it gives you cash back to a bunch of stores. Like every store that I shop at, pretty much like 95% of the stores, they accept Rakuten, and Rakuten is giving like 2 to 10, I've even seen like 15% cash back on some stores, especially now that like Black Friday and all that stuff is coming up. They give more cash back. I have made about $1,000 on Rakuten. It's insane because I shop a lot online. So you can get cash back on Walmart.com, Target, and I think they also have a feature where you can add a credit card, and every time you use that credit card at a shop, they give you cash back. I'm not 100% sure because I don't use that feature, because a lot of the times I'm just shopping online anyway. So I would think that that's the best way to make extra income for buying things that you already are gonna buy. Might as well just get some cash back while you're at it, you know? And then you can also make money by referring people. I'll leave my referral link down below. I've never gotten a referral, so I don't know how much. I think it's like 20 bucks, or I don't know. But if someone signs up under your referral, they also get money back. So if you guys sign up with my code or my referral link that I'll leave down below, you can get like, I think it's like $5 or $10 onto your account, and then they PayPal you every, I want to say 2 months or 3 months, however much that you have accumulated over time. My 10th source of income would also tie in, I guess, with social media, would be my YouTube. Obviously my YouTube is not poppin', it's not like crazy, and I don't care because I actually like making videos and teaching. That's why I got into subbing and teaching, because I like teaching. But anyways, like YouTube eventually will hopefully be like a good source of income. But for now, obviously I'm not making any money on ads. I don't have any ads on my videos because I haven't reached that threshold. But that's a source of income. Also, I already started doing some sponsored videos where I show sponsored products or things like that. Of course, I have disclosed it. Like my last one that I did was months ago, but it was for a hair extension company, and they pretty much paid me to review the extensions, and I actually really love their extensions that I bought my own in this color, because obviously my hair is not fully grown yet, and I need to look cute. So yeah, YouTube is definitely another one. Last but not least is Amazon affiliates. I don't make that much money on it, but I make some bucks on it. I actually recently started making money off of Amazon affiliates. So you can make money off of affiliate codes, like Shop Style, I think is one of them. Or Reward Style, I think that's what it, like to know it, that one I recently signed up for. I've made zero money on that, so I didn't include that. But Amazon affiliates I have started making a little bit of income on. So anytime people shop through my Amazon shop, I make a percentage. So anybody that has a certain amount of followers, I don't know what the number is, they can make their own Amazon store and just put in their favorite products, and if someone shops through their Amazon store or their link, then the person gets a small commission from the sale. So yeah, those are all my sources of income. They're a lot, but it's not like they all make a lot. They all make a little bit, but something is something, and you got to diversify, like I said, and be creative. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of inspiration on how to make a little extra coin during this time. And if you would like to leave down below your sources of income, I would love to know how you guys make money. Let's all share the wealth. We're all here to help each other. And thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those fun things. And I will see you guys all in my next video.